atheist be like?
The Joe Rogan Experience.
Wrong. Today we're going to be responding to some Jubilee atheists. Now Jubilee videos are really good because this is kind of the average person you're going to deal with. Because I think there's two types of atheists. There's the first type, which is the militant atheist, which hates religion, which thinks it needs to be destroyed and every religious person is just some indoctrinated stupid person. And then the second, which is most atheists, is most people, they had a bad experience with religion. They heard some bad arguments and now they just don't like religion. If you want to practice your religion, they don't really care. They just think society would be better if we weren't religious. Let's see what they have to say.
I don't believe in the Bible God because he's an a-hole. But I believe that in the universe somewhere, even though there's a lot of evidence that there's nothing out there, there could be another dimension. We don't know.
That was nowhere close to an argument.
The Old Testament God is mean, but like, there could be multiple dimensions, even though he just said there's no proof of it.
This is delusion. These are fairy tales. That is not an argument that disproves God. Let's continue on.
I am open to some supernatural and spiritual ideas.
I think most atheists are open to spiritual ideas like astrology, crystals, tarot cards, witchcraft, and Satanism, and they're like, oh no, we're just doing it ironically. We don't actually believe it.
We've probably all had the experience of some older person saying, oh, well, when you're on your deathbed, I'm sure you'll believe, you'll want Jesus or something. And no, like I'm
happy, I'm content, I'm excited about my beliefs. I'm open to ideas that can
fit within a reasonable framework, but no spiritual or supernatural idea has ever fit that standard.
Like, I'm open to, that's why I'm in that weird category of agnostic atheism. Like, a lot of people are like, what's that? How can you be an agnostic and an atheist? That's weird. You're contradicting yourself. But I'm open to it. I don't believe in the Bible God because he's an a-hole. But I believe that in the universe somewhere, even though there's a lot of evidence that there's nothing out there, there could be another dimension. There could be like black holes, like Interstellar could go somewhere.
Dude, it's just like the movies. It's just like Interstellar. Like, we're like our own gods and we're like talking to ourselves.
Really? Your theology is based on Interstellar. How is that somewhere more rational than the Christian God? What is reasonable? How is that more reasonable? He literally said there's no evidence.
For me, I'm open to Wiccanism and paganism, It's a fun little thing to do, see what happens.
See, so many atheists are okay with pagan traditions. Oh, I can do witchcraft, I can do Satanism, I'm just doing it ironically, I don't actually believe it, but all you do is vindicating Christianity, because Satan has confused you and tricked you into thinking that, oh, you're just doing it ironically, but you're literally worshiping Satan. You're literally doing witchcraft, and they practice Satanism. Oh, just doing it ironically. Why are you open to that?
I think you can be atheist and spiritual, too. You can have different beliefs. I've had some crazy Ouija board experiences. I believe in something else. I don't believe in someone else. I believe as above, so below.
I think everything is very connected, and I believe that I should behave in a way that I would want acted towards back to me, and I think that's a very spiritual idea, that the energy is recycled and that our actions
invite action.
See, at one point they're atheists, they don't believe in anything supernatural, but then they're saying, oh, I believe in the energies and you need to be a good person because that energy comes back to you. All these pagan beliefs which have no basis in reality. And why are you doing a Ouija board? I thought you didn't believe in anything supernatural. So at one point they're atheists, but on another point they're embracing all these pagan traditions. Praying is not a waste of time. Prayer is some of the most important works. The monks at the monastery are the battleground. They are the foundation of Christianity. Prayers matter. Prayers can get Roe versus Wade overturned. Prayer can get hurricanes to move. Prayer moves mountains. Prayers can do amazing things.
People argue very often to me that prayer brings a lot of comfort and has meaning to them. Why it has to be that over all of the other options you can do, I don't know. And when considering that in a lot of cases, you're choosing to step back, you're choosing to remove your responsibility from any situation, yeah, I have issues with that.
I tip my fedora to you, my fellow atheists. No, that is completely wrong. We don't just pray, so we remove responsibility. No, we are all responsible in the way that we live. But sometimes there are things outside of our control. You know, when someone dies, all we can do is pray for them. When something is happening on a worldwide scale, all we can do is pray. It's not just saying,
oh, give up all responsibility. It's just saying no.
God, you are in control. We have faith and trust in you.
Nothing aggravates me more, too, especially in like our current political climate, when a group of people is gunned down and a Republican politician tweets out sending thoughts and prayers.
Oh yeah, those evil Republicans sending thoughts and prayers. We need to ban all guns, yeah.
But at the same time, I'm on the somewhat disagree side because I personally think praying will not accomplish anything. But I think that what someone has to do to put positive energy out into their life and start their day, and I know that my parents pray for me every night, and it makes me happy that I think like they're sending out positive thoughts.
I grew up religious.
I was born into Catholicism. I was born into a Catholic family. I think the majority of religion is indoctrination of children. It's just by happenstance of where you're born, what religion you're born into, and who your parents happen to be.
Okay, what he just said literally has nothing to do with the true or falsity of religion. Okay, you were born up to have a certain belief. Okay, that does not address the true or falsity of it. We were indoctrinated. We were taught calculus. Does that mean it's wrong because we were taught it? No, obviously not. I would say I was indoctrinated to believe atheism and Darwinism as I was growing up. Does that address if it's true or false? No. You don't address the argument by giving a description. You need to address if the religion itself is true or false.
Grew up in a very quintessential like Jewish household, but I did go on birthright when I was 18, and I think that was a big factor in my atheism, because while I was on that trip I asked a lot of questions, which I think you're supposed to do to get out of it, and all I could think about was how if I was a couple miles over I might be praying to Allah instead of Hashem. I couldn't find a difference in my God versus another God, or justification for why my God was more likely of existing than another God.
For me, growing up Mormon, it was just really oppressive. It was basically your life and your whole identity. And everyone that you even had to just hang out with or just be around was Mormon. You don't have a choice, basically. It's been a struggle for me. I left when I was 18 years old. I wouldn't have it any other way, honestly, because I do not like to believe in a lie. Mormonism is a lie and it's a fraud.
This is exactly why a lot of people are atheists, because they were raised in some Protestant cult like Mormonism, Jehovah's Witness, and it's very abusive, it's very cult-like, and they feel like it's a lie, because it is a lie. It's a false version of Christianity. There is a real Orthodox Christianity. Mormonism and Jehovah's Witnesses did not exist until like 200, 100 years ago. They are complete innovations on real Christianity. And the fact that there are fake versions of Christianity does not discount that there is real, unchanged, ancient Orthodox Christianity.
Yeah, I think we're very close on like the same spectrum. But I grew up born and raised as a Jehovah's Witness, believing that Jehovah was God, believing that, you know, Armageddon was going to come, and if you weren't a Jehovah's Witness and we didn't convert everyone else to Jehovah's Witnesses, they were going to die. You believe this way, no holidays, no birthdays, no Christmas, no blood transfusions. Like thousands of people have died from some of these beliefs for no reason. I know many people who have died, and they shouldn't have. This was for no reason. But I'm glad that I'm out, because it's really scary. But super religious, and once I was out, it was like a relief on my shoulders, because part of me when I got this fellowship was like, oh shit, you know, my life is ending. You lose your family, you lose your support system, everyone kicks you out, you're dead. It was nice to believe that we were scammed, and we were lied to, and we deserve better.
Yeah, Jehovah's Witnesses is literally a cult. I personally know someone who came out of the Jehovah's Witnesses. They are completely Gnostic. All their teachings are completely wrong. It's completely heretical. They don't even believe in the Trinity. They're Arians, and they have this cult-like mindset where if you leave, they will literally like shun you and do all this really evil stuff. And again, that isn't real Christianity. That was invented 100 years ago. The fact that there's a false version of Christianity and you were raised in it does not address if Christianity is true or false, because there is Orthodox Christianity. Like, I'm sorry, and I don't want to seem insensitive to these people. Like, having that is a very traumatic experience, and this is why we need to talk about heresies, because heresies lead to problems like this, because they are led by false teachers who teach a different gospel. They're trying to follow themselves and make their own church, and it's an atheism factory, because it makes atheists like these, because these Protestant heretical sects are making people atheists because of their lies and because they're run by hypocrites.